everyone, Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am coming to you with another Kidaholics Kids design team layout. I am using the super gorgeous sloth cut file, and I am creating this layout using some scraps and mostly using the Kaisercraft collection that I can't remember what it's called. Actually, no, that's not true at all. The paper is Kaisercraft, but the ephemera is something from crepe paper that I can't remember. It will come to me. So I have backed my super cute sloth using just scraps actually from my scrap bin, nothing special. And I chose to use the sloth because the little toy Thomas is holding is actually a little toy sloth. He was gifted to him. We'd taken Matt in to get his hip replacement, and while we were in the waiting room and just hanging out waiting, one of the nurses gave this to him. So it's obviously they have a big box of toys that are there for any children that might need to come in for surgeries, or maybe even to give to children of young children of mummies and daddies that are coming in for surgeries. And his so happened to be a sloth, and it had a little name tag. So you can see the tag there on the right hand side with the picture of the sloth that I'm touching now. And over next to the sloth's head is actually the other half of the tag, and it tells you its name. Its name's Simon. It's actually a boy, and it says it loves to hang around or hang out in trees or something like that. And I really wanted to include those two little bits of, I suppose, memorabilia onto the layout because it's sort of just tied in the whole sloth feel to this page. So I am playing around with my little clusters here. This was actually a Kidaholics kit from a very long time ago that I am using. So there's a bit of a mix of different bits and bobs in this collection. So there is some Kaisercraft, as I mentioned. There's an ephemera pack. I'm going to say maybe a Maggie Holmes, maybe something from crepe paper that I am playing around with, but there's also some exclusive cutter parts that come with the kit that I'm also throwing in, and some punched love hearts and things like that as well. And so I'm piling all this up and making my little clusters. I've got a cluster happening right down the right hand side of the photos. A few of those are hanging off the page, and I will cut those down, and then I'm doing another little cluster up near the sloth's head and another little cluster down on the left of the photo. I've also got those super cute, are they Amy Tan covers, acrylic clear covers that go over top of your photo. Can't remember, but that's what the My Fave frame is. I'm sorry, I'm being really unhelpful with the name of the products I'm using today. So if anyone else knows, please feel free to tag that down below. Mention that down below just to help anyone else out that is looking. What I can tell you is it's not new at all. So once I started playing with this, I really liked the way it was looking, but I found that the floral down on the bottom left was quite a big open space of nothingness, and it really needed picking up in some way. So after I'd finished with all these clusters, I actually had a second piece of scrap paper, the exact same as this, that still had 90% of the floral on it. So I then went ahead and cut all the floral bits out, and I put a little bit of Heidi Swap Colour Shine around some of them, like that big flower I just was playing with before, and I'm just layering them on top in the exact same positions that they originally go. And some of them I'm going to pop up on foam, and some I'm going to stick just directly straight down onto the page, just to sort of give that sort of bottom corner section a little bit of a lift and a little bit of a pop. And I'm also going to put some of the florals up in the top right as well. Not too many, but just a couple. So at the moment I'm popping down literally everything I cut out, but I won't end up using quite this many. I will use a lot, but not quite this many. You may have also seen way back at the start of the video that I started putting the title in that blank spot on the upper left-hand corner. I do all of that completely off screen, sticking the title on, because they are that sort of hard chipboard letters, they each needed to be glued down one by one. So you'll see those in the final photos, but you just won't see the actual gluing on process in this video. So I'm just busy, as I said, I either stick those down with foam or I stick those down with just glue or double-sided tape. So, have I mentioned, this is the sloth cut file from the Confessions of the Paper Addict Etsy shop. I will link the Etsy shop down below. There are over like 300, no, there must be even more than that. There is hundreds of cut files over in the Etsy shop, so definitely head over and check that out. I will also link directly to this specific cut file. This cut file is super cute and really super easy to back. It is not an intricate cut file to back, and it's definitely a quick one to throw together. And are you a member of the Confessions of a Paper Addict Facebook group? Because if you're not, I highly recommend doing that as well. There's just lots of really nice chatter in that group, lots of sharing of layouts to get as much inspiration as you can from everyone in the community. And you're also the first with the inside scoop of the new releases or any sales that there might be. And not to mention the free cut files that Virginia gives away and quite regularly. They're nearly every fortnight, but she's super sneaky and throws in other ones when you least expect it as well. So it's definitely worth being part of that group because, let's be honest, we all love something free. So check out those links down below and head on over. So once I have finished adhering all of these little bits and pieces, just to try and give this page a little bit more lift, I found it was still a little bit flat. So I went over into my stash and found these chipboard, I don't even know what they are. There's something from Hobby Lobby that's sent to me from overseas, not something that I've ever seen over here. They had some really super cute love hearts, and they also had some gold antler horns things, antlers. They're just called antlers, Jess, that I ended up using as if they were like flourishes on the flower and put them underneath the flower. And I think that really helped make the page pop a little bit more. And then I felt like it was finally finished. So I'm going to move over into, oh no, have I done my Heidi Shine? Always got to do my Heidi Swap Color Shine in gold, of course. And then once I've sprinkled on that gold, I'm going to move into the close-ups. And you'll be able to see all the dimension that's been created on the page with all the bits of foam that's popping different bits and pieces up. I always pop up my cut file, but I actually didn't pop up my photos today. They are sitting flat. But you can see that some things are popping up off the page and some things are flat, and I just really think it makes a really big difference to lifting that page and highlighting different things on the page. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this. I hope seeing this cut file in action has helped give you some ideas on using cut files in your own pages. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment if you'd like, and I will catch you next time. Thanks everyone. Have a lovely day.